everyone! So today we are filming another transformation video. So these are the dolls featured in my Bitty Twins Bargains video. So we're gonna show you the dolls. Hi Andy, say hi. I can never find the video. Say hi. It's always Oliver. Hi. Yeah.
He's a good boy.
So we've undressed everyone. Hogwarts heroes, Ron, Hermione, Forever Diamonds, Jade, which, oh my gosh, her face is in terrible shape and so is her hair. We have Wild Wild West Fiona, who her eyelashes have been cut, but she actually looks pretty clean considering. This is second edition kids Chloe. Whoever owned these dolls before like styled their hair nicely. Then we have Minnie Ruthie. So the mini dolls, they don't have wigs like the full-sized ones, and this hair is literally like fluffy Connectline like you'd find on a Barbie. Oh my god.
He doesn't usually bite our toys. He's not a problem.
You're like a bit, you're Mufasa. Okay, but now is not the time, Coco. No, Andy. Okay. This is Billie Jean, the blonde baby. If you don't know about Bitty Twins, they don't come with names. These are just the names I gave them. So she's the cleanest of the Bitty Twins dolls. Andy.
Which is interesting because I think she's older than the boys.
Yep, Sonny. He's the brunette boy. You can see he's in the worst shape. He's filthy. His eyebrow is chipped.
He's got this big stain down here.
Yep, and I'm going to have to remove that special. He also kind of has an oily, dirty face.
Before lunch, I put all the clothes in there. And all the accessories that Shelly's gonna hand wash in there. I'm not soaking these, I just want to put them somewhere where they'd be safe from the cat. I'm gonna start to get the laundry ready, but most of the clothes we have here are American Girl and Bratz, and because they're higher quality, I noticed they tend to be more likely to bleed dye. So I'm gonna make a pile. I'm definitely gonna do a pile of denim. And then there's some other stuff that I might wash separately too. We have the denim and then just those red things.
While Colleen was showing you the laundry stuff, I went ahead and got these dolls prepped. I show this like all the time in videos and I don't want the footage to get redundant because there's lots of other fun things to show. So basically I already cleaned their bodies because usually I clean their bodies really thoroughly and then if Colleen's helping me, she'll start on their hair. So I used baking soda and dish soap to clean their bodies with the toothbrush. You can see already that Miss Jade's face is a lot better. She had a lot of scuff marks. As I was cleaning Billie Jean, I noticed that she had some pink stains in her hair. Not sure from what. It didn't come off with a good scrub. So something that I like to do for stains in doll hair is I will put some baking soda in there and try to rub it off with baking soda, and if that doesn't work, then I put more baking soda on, and then I spray some vinegar, and it makes like a foamy reaction, and that I can already see that the stain is like lifting out, so I'm just gonna let her sit for a few minutes. And if that didn't work, I have a treatment for stain removal on like bodies that you'll see me do on Sunny over there later, and I have used that in the hair. So my boy Sunny, he is disgusting. He takes the cake for most gross looking doll. I'm gonna show you how well baking soda works on this. So that's how I'm gonna clean his entire like vinyl part of his body. And this stain right here, this is not going to come out, I can tell already. I've said this many times before in videos, but you can 100% boil wash American Girls. Their hair is Connectline, so it's the same kind of fiber that they use on a lot of Barbies, just a different grade of it. And it actually responds really well to boil washing. So I don't want to like stick his whole head in here because number one, that it can soften and like weaken the glue holding the wig cap on, and since his hair is so short, I would really need to like get it up in the bowl. And also it has a nice light curve to it, so I'm just going to dip my comb in and kind of coif it the way I want. And I do this a lot with all kinds of dolls if I don't want to like take out their whole style, but I want to smooth it. I'm going to gel them. This is just diluted gel, and I'm just going to This is great for short-haired dolls.
So what we're doing is Shelly is using the blow dryer on the cold setting. Make sure it's on cold so it doesn't melt the vinyl or the hair. She's just going into the eyes with the blow dryer, like blowing right into it. I think you've shown this before when you did Jess, right?
Many times. It blows the water out. Now, I don't always do this because it's kind of like an extra step. But if your American Girl doll has like a dirty torso, this is the way that I clean the actual cloth torso. In order to like untie their neck strings, you'll want to separate their head so you can soak it. I'm going to use this like really big needle. My hand is wet. And I'm just going to kind of like work the knot out, being careful not to like rip the string. So I'm just going to kind of like work it in there, loosen it up. This is what their heads look like. And then Bitty Baby dolls are different than, and like Bitty Twins dolls, they're different than your regular American Girl because they don't have any like strings in them. So I'm just gonna like take out all his stuffing. Then I'm going to like wash his body like I would regular doll laundry. And if you were restringing them, you could do this with all of their limbs unattached. So each doll has their own bag for stuffing, and then I just have my homemade laundry detergent in here with their bodies. I don't need like OxyClean or anything, and I can tell their bodies apart. I also decapitated Mini Ruthie, but I kept her stuffing in.
So I made the right decision washing the red stuff separate because our color catcher, and this was a new color catcher that I put in reds, actually caught something. And
so I have to clean some of these shoes here. And I don't want to soak them because American Girl shoes are usually glued at the sole, but they were in a really like dirty, you know, place. These were scraps. So I'm just going to mix a little bit of this OxyClean. I heated up this water. This is just OxyClean from the dollar store, as you can see, $1. And I'm just going to basically rub it all over, and it's okay to get on the plastic itself. And let these soak for like, or sit rather, for like a few minutes while I'm doing them all, and then I'm going to rinse them thoroughly. So we have Andy. On the bed over here, we have the doll heads, the shoes you saw me cleaning, and the dolls, and like the combs and the tiny plastic pieces drying. And then over here, we have all of the clothes, color catchers, and things hanging. And I also have the body. I know it looks morbid, the body's kind of hanging here to dry, and Ruthie's body's up here. Something different about Bitty Babies and Bitty Twins. So they have like, see that little hole? A regular American Girl has a much wider hole because she has a cup that goes through there and a cord that helps her have movement. So this was something that I hadn't previously encountered. Basically, it's a lot easier for that to fill up with water. So you want to make sure you really like shake them out and let them air dry, just so they don't get moldy. But it's not the end of the world. It will come out. Right now, I'm trying to sort out the clothes. So I've made labels for all of these, and in the American Girl bags, I always put a dryer sheet in with them because their clothes are bigger and they tend to clean the odors more. Eventually, I'm going to be switching over to like potpourri sachets in all of my like Barbie size drawers, but I think for American Girl, we'll always probably keep dryer sheets in the individual bags. And all of these bags in here are recycled. We downsized some of our like fashion doll sized bags, and you've seen us do that in Dolly Diaries, I'm sure, if you've watched those. That is why I have this huge thing of bags. These baby bodies should be dry. Now, as I mentioned before, they do hold water inside them more so than a regular American Girl, but it's not impossible to like get all the water to drain. What I did is I let them air dry, and once they felt dry, I went and I like held each limb and I shook it to hear if there was water, and I tapped it and water would come out if I'd heard it sloshing around. So Then I just let them air dry again once all the water stopped making that noise, like once it had leaked out. And now they're ready to be stuffed. And as I said, I know like whose body is who. And the important thing when you're restuffing an American Girl is to make sure that you really pack it down into like the butt region, because they're supposed to have very full bottoms. And if you don't push it down far enough, you won't be able to get the head back on easy. But you can also, if you just want to like redistribute the stuffing in your doll, you can take off their head and pull the stuffing out and stick it back in, and that can really help like with their body shape. Gugu, no, girl. Ow, you're on my hair. So I have all the stuffing in the body. I can put her head back on. If you wanted to put like new stuffing in them, it's not a big deal. All the stuffing is a little bit different anyways. Like when I took apart our 80s dolls, their stuffing was like, it had like wads of stuff in it. So you can just put in regular polyester stuffing if you feel like this stuffing is biohazardous, or if it smells weird, or if you just feel like it's not fluffy enough. And then you just slide the head back in. It doesn't matter which way you put the head on, because you can rotate them a 360 all the way around. You just tie a really tight double knot. And there you go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So since I now have Bitty Twins dolls, this kind of changes how my Bitty Baby album on Flickr is going to be laid out, because I've had Bitty Twins clothes for several years. I've gotten pieces to them secondhand, and I had a list of all of like the Bitty Baby clothes and Bitty Twins outfits I had, and I had like the names of my dolls and who was going to wear what. I have that for all of my American Girls, because I'm going to be retaking all of their outfit photos and stuff once I come up with a background I'm satisfied with. So basically I had to go and change the twins' clothes to be worn by the twins, and then I had to kind of swap some things around so they all have like the same number of outfits roughly. So something really weird happened when I was wiping Sunny down. So they had some baking soda, like when it dried it made it like a little crusty. That happens all the time with baking soda, and it usually just wipes off. So I was using Q-tips to wipe off the baking soda and to get it off their eyelashes so it like dried quickly and didn't risk getting moisture in their eyes. I just used rubbing alcohol, and I use that all the time. And I noticed when I was wiping on his eyelashes there was this weird color coming up, and some of the paint on his eyelashes is actually coming off, and I have like never seen that before. And I use like rubbing alcohol every once in a while on my American Girl dolls, like if their eyelashes are dusty, just because it dries quickly. So now I have to touch up the paint. Okay, so I'm gonna dress up the non-American Girls because I need to do stain removal on Sunny, and there's no point in dressing him up. So I already went downstairs and I found these shoes for Jade. I happen to have a spare pair of Rubber Diamond shoes that are just like her original ones. And I also have this shirt for Kids Chloe. This was like repackaged with some fashion packs later on, and I actually have like 3 of these. I thought I might have to undress one of my Jade dolls on display, no, one of my Yasmin dolls on display who's wearing it, but I don't. And I just have to go downstairs and get Fiona her outfit at some point. And also my magic hair Chloe is going to be changing. I'm going to get her some pants because I got her shirt. Something else I thought you guys might want to know is that I've noticed this on Bratz dolls, this number right before ELE, so on Chloe it's an 11. That's usually, I've found anyways, it correlates to the like release date of the doll, like when they went out to stores. So I can't confirm if that's true, but it's something I've definitely noticed. They started doing this I think in like '08, and it is really helpful. Now this is like a second edition Chloe, so she originally was released in 2007. But the reason why her stamp says 2011 is because she's probably one of the, oh, she's got hair on her butt. She is probably one of the repackaged versions that they carried at TJ Maxx and Marshall's in like 3-packs and 2-packs. Alright, so I have my miscellaneous like Bratz character and fashion pack drawer. And I also thought I might have used Fianna's stuff on someone else. Turns out I did. So this is Rodeo Yasmin. She's wearing Fianna's boots and shirt. So I'm going to have to get her other like clothes to wear to match her original skirt. So she can have that. And I also have my Magic Hair Chloe doll because I have her shirt. This is one of my childhood fashion packs that Colleen picked out for me for Christmas 2004. So this is really special, and she has worn this since I got her in 2012. And she was like only a quarter when I bought her. I think like 25 cents. I found her in a bin of McDonald's toys, and she was super beat up. She looked as bad as like this Jade did, worse. Her hair was all knotted up, and look how nice it is. And I've gotten a lot of questions about the magic hair. As far as I know, like it's some kind of saran that's meant to like, you know, have some sort of gimmick, whether it's like the magic hair color dolls where it's supposed to like take to color, or it's supposed to hold styles. So it does have like a coarser feel, but you can definitely boil wash this hair. You just don't want to boil wash it as hot as you would, because it kind of responds like Kanekalon. And they also have like types of Kanekalon that are like memory hair. That's why if you have a doll with color change hair, you want to be more careful when you boil wash it. And you definitely don't want to try flat ironing hair like this, because I tried with my Forever Hair Ariel and it didn't do any permanent damage, but it definitely like caught on the flat iron, and if I had kept going it probably would have burned her hair, because it is made to be more sensitive. But this was totally trashed when I got her. I wish I had before and after pictures, but you can see how nice. Can we say I have a problem with hoarding Bratz clothes? This is all Wintertime Wonderland Dana pieces. Do you know how easy it is for me to find these at the flea market? I buy, like every time I see Bratz clothes, I don't care if I already have it, if I can afford to buy them, I buy them. Because at some point, I literally almost ran out of clothes, and that's a no-no. So I'm going to use this tank top. It's from an '09 fashion pack, so it's a repackaged Wild Wild West thing. I think I have another one of those. I think I have a few of those that I just bagged with Wild Wild West Yaz's things, but we're just going to use this one. And scary thing, I remember where a lot of my clothes came from. This came from a Craigslist lot, along with the stuff that was in the bag with it. Yeah, I remember that. So I got Express It Megan pants. I have a huge gallon bag of all Megan stuff because she's another one that I find pieces to all the time secondhand. So I thought I'd use these. The dark wash looks really good. And then these are Funk and Glow boots. I tend to, like when I can, use some of my many spare pairs of boots, because like the peep toe, like the more delicate shoes like what Jade is wearing, I use them quicker, and there are some outfits that you just cannot pair with boots that look really tacky. So then I decided I have cowgirl boots, but I saw these downstairs. These are first edition Yaz shoes. I have a few pairs of these. These must have come with my re-release because of the holes in the bottom. But yeah, you can see that the blue looks really good with the blue of the skirt, and the brown matches. I usually do the hair after I dress them, because some dolls like Hermione and Ron, you have to pull shirts over their heads, and dressing them kind of discombobulates, so. I want to make Ruthie a little hairpiece because she's missing so much. You know, she doesn't have shoes or her underwear. And I have these really cute little purple flowers, which I actually bought these a long time ago for a bubble bath surprise Monet doll. Don't actually have Monet, but when I first started really getting into making hair stuff, it was because I had gotten into collecting Moxie Girls, and the bubble bath surprise dolls are very like cheap quality molded clothes kind of thing, so I had a lot of fun accessorizing them, and I always planned to get Monet, I just never found her in stores. So I bought these flowers, but I have a bunch, so even in the event that I get Monet, I will have plenty of flowers for her. The aftermath of making earrings. I was thinking of maybe making Magic Hair Chloe some new earrings because these are really old. I made these like in 2012, probably one of the first pairs I made, but I don't know, I kind of like the way they look with her outfit. I mean, I have a lot of things I could use instead, but I think I'll keep them for now because even though I kind of want to make another pair of earrings, they do look really cute with her outfit. And Fiona is on the bed because I decided I did not like how her hair was sitting. I didn't mind the waves in it from the braid, but it just, I don't know, I don't think calling rinse the conditioner out right from it. So yeah, I made her earrings anyways. She's just not wearing them obviously because she's drying. I just want to show you too because people are always really concerned about my handmade earrings. You can see this is the ear post, and I can tell this is like the original one I put in. There is no green in her ear. There's no green or corrosion on the ear post. It's a little tarnished because it's so old, but other than that, it's fine. It's really only an issue with Barbie dolls from the 60s. I mean, I always keep an eye on my dolls. I always check on them, but I just thought I'd show that because people can be really concerned. Okay, so Sunny over here is going to go outside with his stain removal treatment. I have a tutorial on this if you want to know all of like the details. Excuse me. I would have done this earlier in the week, but we didn't have any more of this, so I had to wait until I went grocery shopping on Friday, and also the weather was kind of crappy on and off the whole week, so here, you just hold it.
And sometimes these stains come off like within one try, and other times they need to go outside for several days.
Yeah, sometimes you think that they haven't changed, but if you ask someone else who hasn't been doing the treatment, they'll see the difference. And
right, because sometimes I'll get home from work and find that she's been treating doll. I'll be like, oh no, I see a definite difference. So now he's out on the table, and Shirley like covered him up in a towel to keep him clean and so like he doesn't fade unnecessarily in the sun.
Yeah, because the UV helps it fade. Some people say it's just the heat you need, but in my experience, like I've tried it inside and it hasn't really done anything. We have some bonus dolls for this video that we got at the Salvation Army and at this secondhand place. Oliver! So, I guess...
In Walmart.
In Walmart, yes. Your mind? We got all of these clothes in here for $1 at this, it's kind of like Salvation Army, but it's like a local chain. We got all of these for $1 there when we stopped in after my dentist appointment. So it all needs to be washed, although it looks clean, and I know what a lot of these things are. There's some really nice clothing pieces in here. And then, these are the dollies. So this is Hat-tastic Party Briar. I got her at the Salvation Army for $1. She has some crazy hair, and I'm really excited to have her. Is Skulltimate Art Class Draculaura. She came with the play set and stuff. There will be pictures of all the things she came with on Flickr. She's naked right now because I undressed her for the photo.
She was only $5.
She was only $5. Yeah, we were making a new background for my Flickr guide, and I had to go to this Walmart kind of far away to get the right kind of like paper for it, and then we found her on the clearance section, and she actually has nylon hair, which is really interesting. These two dolls we got with those clothes after my dentist appointment. So this is Freaky Field Trip Gigi Grant, and then this is like the basic Gigi Grant, so she's kind of like one of the crossover dolls before the reboot. So you can see she has like the cheaper body style. I'm really excited about having these two because I've wanted a Gigi Grant for ages now. Specifically the 13 Wishes, because she's the only one I need to complete that line. But I was really excited to find them both, and they were $2 each, but they were like bagged and everything. They were barely played with, so there's not much of a transformation there, and you were craving Monster High.
I was like having like severe, intense Monster High lust after we found the boy dolls a few weeks back, and I wanted more.
Yes. And then we also got this for $2 at the Salvation Army with Briar. I'm gonna use it for like doll stuff that has to be cleaned. And then we also have this set of drawers that we got at Salvation Army most recently for $5, and things like this usually cost close to 20 bucks at Walmart. It needs to be washed, so I'm going to wash the drawers out with soapy water. So these are the clothes off the dolls. I had them laid out for pictures, and now they're gonna go in the wash. Hey, what are you doing? How old are you now, Gogan? Are you almost 11? Yeah, your birthday's coming up this month, isn't it? Well, when we got you. He actually should be like 11,
Andy
right?
is about 11, yeah, because we got him in July.
Yeah, Andy's 12, right?
Yes, Andy's 12 now.
I'm an old man, but you're not gray. You've just gotten darker with your old age. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna wash these drawers. If it was only a little surface dirty, I would probably just use like all-purpose cleaner and wipe everything down, but that water's a pretty color. So the dolls are dry, and we have them in the laundry tub with the clothes that we also washed. And now we're going to take them in the living room and dress them, and I'm going to do their hair while we watch some CSI Miami. Okay, so this is a long-awaited conclusion to this transformation video. It took forever, mostly because Sunny over here needed stains removed. So we have Eddie. Here, do you want to hold him? This is his original outfit, however he is wearing some Girl Booty Twins shoes with it. And he's all clean, his body looks good, and we actually do have like an extra diaper on him.
The only one, yeah, we had a diaper that I didn't know about, so I ended up giving it to Eddie because I felt bad because I put him in girl shoes for now.
Yes, and his hair is really nice. And what's cool about the Biddy twins that I didn't know before is that they actually have, like, if they're blonde haired, they have blonde eyelashes. With most, like, American girls from the early 2000s and onward, they all have hard black lashes, so this is really interesting. We already had Billie Jean's original outfit.
And we had a diaper that I knew we had.
Yes.
These and the reason I was going to give it to her instead of the boys is because she's going to be wearing more dresses, so I want her to have a little more coverage.
These shoes are just borrowed from another outfit. And then this is how her hair turned out. We have Sunny, who was the dirty one. So he has still a little scuff on his eyebrow. I don't plan to fix that because it's barely noticeable, especially with his like hair being worn down. And then his stain was right here, and you're probably not going to be able to see on camera, but it looks like a very faint bruise. I didn't really feel like putting him out any longer because at that point it's so faded on its own and it'll probably fade out the rest of the way. And you can see that I tried to patch up the paint over here on his eyelid, but this one was fine. But it's hard to paint their eyelids, honestly, because you have to be careful not to get on the eyelash. And then we have little Ruthie, and her hair boil washed just fine. We have Harry and Hermione. Ron and Hermione.
I think they both look fantastic. The nice thing about these really basic dolls is they're not really missing much. And I'm just really glad that I finally have a Ron doll, and I'm stoked about the Hermione. I need Harry one day.
Then we have Fiona and Jade. So Fiona has like hair that kind of gets greasy. I don't know if she's in some stage of decomp, but I had already washed her twice and she got greasy kind of again. So I don't know what that's about, but other than that, her hair is really nice. And then we have Jade, who was monstrous looking before. She had all those marks. And now she looks as good as new, and her hair is really nice. And Chloe was pretty nice looking before, but she's so cute. I love her green eyes. And then Kiani is video bombing. Kiani is not a new doll. Kiani just got washed with these guys. So Kiani is one of my older babies. One of the first ones in my collection, actually. I got her, on Craigslist back in 2011. I've had her almost 7 years. Dad bought me that lot of dolls, and she's very special. Her hair was dusty. We were re-photographing the babies and stuff for Flickr.
Which is one of the reasons why we were so busy the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I'll explain more about that in another video. And then we have Hatastic Party Briar. Like, holy cow, her hair looks so much better.
so much nicer.
I know, even before the boil wash, she was like completely transformed. She's gorgeous. She's like new. I love getting dolls that look bad, but you know will turn out like new.
I know, it's so exciting.
And then obviously like Draculaura and two Gigi's, you can't really see a difference on, but this is Draculaura's outfit.
I was wowed while I was washing her yesterday by how adorable she is.
Oh, and she definitely has nylon hair, as I mentioned before, but it's the really nice quality nylon. It's not like the kind you get on Moxie Girls. So it boil washed really well. It didn't need to be flat ironed. And then Freaky Field Trip Gigi and Basic Gigi pretty much look the same, but all their stuff's been cleaned, and I had to redo Gigi's hair because it was coming out.
First of all, I'm astounded by how well these babies came out because they were really, really scruffy. What bothers me the most is actually the 3 Bratz dolls because they were pretty grubby. They looked like they weren't from the most well cared for
I think whoever owned them liked dolls, but they liked modifying them and didn't really know how to modify them. I hope you guys enjoyed. Some of these dolls are already up on Flickr, like the little people are all up on Flickr already, but you'll have to stay tuned for the other photos, and I have like the clothes and stuff for them up. Yes.
But the Monster and Ever After High dolls were more recent imports, so she didn't get around to it yet. And these guys take longer to write down, so.
I hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, love your dolls, love yourself, and love your life.